Have you ever wondered how some people manage to overcome their past traumatic experiences and lead a fulfilling life? Let's take a moment to understand what trauma is, really. It's an emotional response to a distressing event that could shatter one's sense of security, leaving them feeling helpless, isolated, and vulnerable. And it's important to remember that trauma affects individuals differently, as our perceptions of what's distressing vary widely. Now let's look at some real-life examples. Consider a war veteran who has witnessed the horrors of battle, or an individual who has survived a catastrophic natural disaster. These experiences can leave deep emotional scars, but it doesn't mean the end of the road for them. Many people have learned to cope with their trauma through various techniques, such as therapy, support groups, or personal coping strategies. And here's the good news. Trauma is not a life sentence, and it is possible to move forward. So let's delve deeper and explore how we can do that. How does talking about traumatic experiences help in the healing process? Well, it's often said that the first step to solving any problem is admitting there is one. When it comes to trauma, acknowledging the pain and expressing our feelings about it is crucial. Imagine a person who suffered the loss of a loved one. At first, the pain might seem unbearable, the grief overwhelming, but then they find a support group, a safe space where they can share their story, their pain, and their fears without judgment. Through sharing, they find solace. They realize they are not alone in their struggle. Others have walked this path before, and they've survived. They've healed. In the telling of their story, they find a sense of relief, a release of the pent-up emotions that have been eating away at them. Sharing doesn't erase the pain, but it lessens its weight. It brings understanding, connection, and ultimately, healing. Sharing your story can be a powerful tool in your healing journey. What are some effective ways to move on from past traumatic experiences? Let's dive into this. One powerful tool at your disposal is professional therapy. Therapists are trained to guide you through the process of healing. They can help you navigate your emotions and equip you with coping strategies. Next up, we have mindfulness. This is all about staying present, focusing on the now rather than dwelling on the past. Techniques such as meditation and breathing exercises can aid in grounding you in the present moment. Now let's not forget about self-care. This involves taking time to look after your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep can do wonders in helping you regain control of your life. Consider Jane, who overcame the trauma of an abusive relationship using these techniques. She now leads a life filled with peace and fulfillment. Moving on is not about forgetting. It's about learning to live with the past in a healthier way. How can you encourage others to open up about their traumatic experiences, you may ask? It's a delicate task indeed, yet the key lies in empathy and patience. Imagine a friend. Let's call her Jane. Jane noticed her colleague Mark seemed troubled. Instead of ignoring, she reached out, offering a listening ear without judgment. She didn't press him to share, she simply made sure he knew she was there for him. Over time, trusting in Jane's sincerity and compassion, Mark started to share his experiences. Jane listened, empathized, and offered support, but never rushed him or made assumptions. She understood that healing takes time. In your own life, you too can be a Jane. You can offer solace and understanding, and in doing so, you can help someone feel less alone. Remember, it's not about fixing someone, but about offering support and understanding. Your support can make a world of difference to someone dealing with trauma,